Welcome back for part 2 of my review of the Philippines. Now let's get into the cost of living. The reason for my trip was to see how I would like the Philippines. The main reason being the cost of living. So, during this trip I tried to live life as I normally would and not too much as a tourist. Everything I did on this trip was how I would picture myself living life in the Philippines. I paid roughly $600 for my room for 25 days, which you can consider rent. To put it into perspective, that's renting an apartment with all utilities included for $600, water, electricity, trash, and also internet. Can you get that price with everything included anywhere in America? Let me know in the comments. I probably averaged about $30 per day for food and entertainment, that's roughly $900 per month. I didn't cook at all. I made sure I didn't go out drinking every day either. My spending fluctuated based on my mood and my funds available for the week. I'm the type of person who lives within his means. There are days where I might ball out, and there's days where I might be a penny pincher. If that makes sense. I spent about $110 on transportation. That's taking buses from city to city and taxis to different places within the city. Buses are the way to travel between cities. I don't think I had a bus ride that was more than $5, with my longest bus ride being approximately 155 kilometers, that's about 96 miles. This cost would be reduced because I would live in a centralized location and walk to most places. Traveling to other cities would also be less frequent. For the additional hotels I paid $632. I think this is on the high side, as a couple of the hotels were luxury hotels. This expense would decrease as I don't see myself traveling to other cities as much as I did on this trip. I rarely would see myself staying at luxury hotels. Luxury hotels are the type of thing I would do maybe on a special occasion. When I have a place that I call home and I'm comfortable, I tend to stay home more. Phone service would be about $20 per month. That's using smart communications for my Philippines phone plan and Skype for calls to America. The Philippines phone plan I had costed roughly $10. I recommend checking out local phone plans before getting an international phone plan with your current provider. Then I paid an additional $10 for my Skype plan so that I can make calls to businesses in the States. Most people use WhatsApp for calls and text in the Philippines. WhatsApp uses the data off your phone plan, it's like using Facebook Messenger to make calls. I was really surprised my 6 GB data plan lasted me the whole month I was in the Philippines. The key was to use Wi-Fi when I was at hotels or restaurants. If I chose to keep my stateside number, it'd be an extra $15 per month using Mint Mobile. This would be the 5 GB plan, the cheapest plan they have. That's $180 for the whole year. I know people who spend more than $180 for 3 months of service with major cell phone carriers like T-Mobile and Verizon. One thing people don't know is that Mint Mobile uses the T-Mobile towers. Look into it, maybe you can save a buck or two. During my trip I spent a little less than $2,300 staying in the Philippines for a month. I think my monthly cost of living would be reduced to less than $2,000. So, here's my thoughts about the Philippines. Majority of the people in the Philippines are friendly. The food is delicious, which is good because I'm a foodie. There's plenty of places to go for a new adventure. Public transportation is cheap to get around to the other cities. The women are beautiful. I could also stay there for 3 years on a tourist visa without having to leave. My dollar would go a lot further in the Philippines than in America. For these reasons, the Philippines has entered my top 3 destinations for retirement. Now, I have a few questions for you and things I want you to think about. These are questions I think most people don't put much deep thought into. Because I know I didn't think about retirement in detail until 2 years prior to me retiring. Here's the questions. What is your retirement plan? At what age do you plan on retiring? How much money do you think you'll need monthly to retire? What quality of life do you think you'll have based on your previous answers? If you plan on retiring at the age of 65, how do you think you'll be physically? Will there be things you would still like to accomplish in life? Do you think the cost of living will be the same as where you currently are at? Most likely the cost of living will increase, but your savings or investments into your retirement plan will remain the same. I would like you to think of other options for your retirement plan. Think of places and ways you can retire younger, so you can enjoy retirement and not be too much of a shell of yourself. These are the questions that have led me on my journey to the Philippines. I hope these questions continue to help guide you towards your goal of retiring someday. or give you a reason to do a course correction to get you on the right path to retiring comfortably. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.